Hello, this is Beta Ray Ben for Pixel Spank, and today I'm playing what is arguably the best GBA game there is. Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. I know what you're thinking. He's having a laugh. That can't possibly be. That you got Metroids on Game Boy, Zero Mission, one of the best Metroids there is. You got Castlevania's at its highlight. Mario's fucking out there. Zelda, fucking loads of RPGs, Final Fantasy. Whatever, right? This is the best game. And here's why. I don't know, this isn't why. Okay. I know what you're thinking. What is this game? It's Diablo. It's Lord of the Rings Diablo. Now that I've said it, you think, oh, he's on something here. Look at that. Look at those 4 save files in there. 4. Think about that. Lord of the Rings. How many characters are there? Probably more than 4, isn't there? We've got Legolas at level 35. Eowyn, level 11. I know what you're thinking. Eowyn, she's the character you want. Aragorn, level 22. He's the big dog. Frodo, level 22 also. Questionably the same. I'm actually going to go back. Going to hit new game. Because you're going to learn something here. Remember that. 4 save slots. For 4 different characters, mind. Or 4 for the same one if you want. So we've got Aragorn. We've got Gandalf. Well, that's already one more than the ones we've seen. So that's 2. It's Frodo. Legolas, Eowyn. There's 5 characters, 4 save slots. They're different. They're not just different characters. They're different classes, and full on different campaigns. To the point where Eowyn, Gandalf, and Frodo, they're all entirely different. Legolas and Aragorn are only slightly different. I'll grant that, but they're still different because the game it's not just 2 towers. This starts before the Mines of Moria. This basically starts when they leave Rivendell. It's a big game, is what I'm saying. I'm not going to start a new game though. Actually, fuck it, I will. We'll start a new one as Legolas because I know he's the best character. Look at this. This is from the films. Do you know what that cost? Loads, probably. A mint, as they say. Okay, that was enough of that. It does my heart good to see. That's not Gimli's voice. Where'd that come from? It does my heart good to be so close to the mountains, Legolas. Aye, this is quality rock, and unspoilt as Moria was. I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Gimli. Master Elf, are the approaching Uruk-hai giving you second thoughts? I don't know what that voice is I'm doing. It's all over the shop. No, Gimli, you must. I don't even try with Legolas. No, Gimli, you must realise, even if we succeed in winning this war, the elves will fade from Middle-earth. How bittersweet victory will be for my people. Yet not all are leaving these shores. This is a fight for all of Middle-earth. True enough, Gimli. When we left Rivendell, it's actually pronounced Imladris, I was not so glum. Elrond's speech, and so on. Yeah, that's irrelevant. See, it cuts back to when they're leaving Rivendell now. They run off. You can never catch them. Right, let's remember the buttons. Now, GBA, of course, only had 4 buttons. It says more than 4, that's why I have to remember them. Ah, yes. That was something. A, nothing. B, shoot an arrow. Okay. Right. No, A, still nothing. Select gets us to there. Options. Intriguing. Change the difficulty. Artifacts. Ah, yeah. This is the trick. Right. You don't have to have 4 characters to enjoy this game. There's 4. These artifacts. They're across all the different campaigns. You only get them with certain characters. So if you want to get all of them, like Narsil, you need Aragorn for Narsil. Judkin's Scrolls. Not sure about that. Chain Link of Morgul. Moria's Lamp. Bilbo's Map. Trolltusk. Sauron's Ashes. I played this game a lot, you see. Some fruits, that'd be fine. Oh, first enemies of the game. Now, you've got a true benefit that I have infinite arrows. I can't, however, remember what button it is to pick shit up. I just remembered it's R. You'll notice that Legolas has no face. His sprite. They couldn't afford a face. A flock of Creebane. And they're crows, basically. If you don't kill them, a little eye will appear. The Eye of Sauron. we know what eye it is. And I think this box might be full of them. No, it happens. Basically, an Eye of Sauron will appear, and if it gets big enough, ring wraiths will appear, and they will fuck you up. But you can just run away from them. Now look at this. This is the equipment screen. This is all the equipment you can have, and there is an epic amount of it. You can only hold eight things. It's a pain, I know. And these are the skills, the beautiful skill trees. Active and passive split up beautifully. And this, I don't think you can affect this. I think it grows on its own. No, you do affect that, actually. You do put your own attributes points in as well. And they're completely up to you. You build the character however you want. Number spread. Come on, give me some loot. Now, earlier on I said this is arguably the best game. That's because there was a sequel to this, Return of the King, OBS, which was essentially the same game. Had all the same... it is the same, but it's the sequel. However, it did only cover the third film mostly. You could play missions of like Helm's Deep. Right, let's level up some skills. Now, passive are obviously better. Oh yeah, that was it. When I stopped moving this, because Legolas, he starts to meditate and he heals. Brilliant. Fleet of Foot, increased speed. Orc Slayer, increased damage to orcs. Critical shot. Hawkeye, all useful skills, but actually the one you want is overdraw. Maybe suppress, spread fire, forest friend, white knives, summon Gimli. You summon Gimli. That's all it is. We'll throw everything into damage or strength. Actually, that doesn't affect damage as I thought it did. Accuracy is the hit. Health is health, but strength is also health. Alright, defense. Well, defense is dodge. Courage is mana basically, and health. Yeah. That's now locked in. It doesn't matter. See, look, overdraw. And what's really cool about that attack is it will pierce enemies. Plus, it uses like Soddle of your power. Yeah, thinking about it, the second game is probably better, if only because you get Gimli. Gimli is in this game, right? I can tell you that. But you can only unlock him if you play the multiplayer, which is incredible. The multiplayer is just this with 2 people, which, as you can imagine, is amazing. Barbed arrows. Does it auto-equip? Yes. I know what you're thinking. They'll run out. No, they won't. They last forever. Brilliant. Yeah, little prick. He's going right down. Genuinely playing this right now, I'm tempted just to play it. It's such a good game. I think what I like most about it is, let's see, 2 + 2. It's the exact same as the one I already had. Brilliant. Yeah, I think what I like most about it is it's got all the Diablo stuff, but they also took a bit out of Borderlands, but before Borderlands was a thing, and they made it so you're in direct control of the character. It's not point and click. You're actually, you know, you're having a bit of an effect on shit. Not too much. Doesn't go too far. Yeah, guys, I got a bow and arrow. I'm boned. Legolas is severely overpowered in this game. They sort it out for the third game, but in this one he's a beast. Because most enemies don't use ranged. It's a strong advantage. I can't remember where I'm going. Maybe an issue. Not now, but certainly in the coming time. I'll go a little bit more, and then I'll swap over to a different character, because the way it works is you complete the game and then you just start over, and everything levels up, which is brilliant. It also means that you just keep going round and round, and it's just endless fun, which they didn't have to do, but they did, and it's genius. Yeah, you know what? Now's as good a time as any. I'll throw it across. So yeah, so if I save this now, I'd have to delete an old save, which is criminal to have to do that. Quit that. Right. So Legolas, level 35. That is unbelievably high. I'm pretty sure. We'll have a look at. We'll go for Frodo. So I remember Frodo's actually surprisingly good. Oh, that's a drummer. Yeah. See that eye top right? It's the eye of Sauron, because he's a drummer. He brought that out. If you don't kill him, he will summon Ringwraiths. Oh no, many enemies. I'll use this roll attack. It's genius. What you do is you roll behind them, you backstab. You may notice just how quite dangerous I am. Piss off. Ah, yeah, that's it. That's how you change attacks. So you can lay traps. You can put the ring on. I'm not gonna do that. Obs. It's like a running charge attack. I think the longer you run, the more it does. And that one, I believe, just means eat some food. Oh yeah, I remember that. There's probably I've got the Horn of Boromir, 10% experience boost. I've actually got 2 of them. I played it that much, I managed to gain 2. Look at my gear. Mithril Large Shield, plus 40% block. Lorica of Isengard, that's red. Red's got to be good. Tempered Leaf Sword. Adamant Whetstone. Yeah, have a Whetstone. Keeps weapons in perfect condition. That's actually... some weapons are fragile and they'll just break. But that stops it, apparently. It's just something you can buy. Oh yeah, there's shops. Don't get me wrong. There are shops. I feel like I'm trying to sell this game. I suppose I am in a way, because it is that good. Let's see. So what's Frodo got going? He's got the ring. We know that. It's not worth touching that tree. Escape. I learned that to be his best skill, far and away. Charge. Hobbit Appetite. It's just healing. I think all the characters have a skill that will heal them. Knife throw. Oh, I'll remember that. And snare. What was his passive ones? Resist the One Ring. It's a good to and fro, isn't it? You can build up that tree. I put 13 into this. Strength of the Shire. Frodo regenerates hit points and spirit, increasing per level. That's clearly a good skill. Rummage. Each level makes it more likely Frodo will find better items. Yeah, that's clearly a winner. As I put 20 points into that. Ah, that's why he's got really good gear. Attacking enemies from behind does plus 2 damage. I've got nothing in that apparently. And Duck. Frodo takes less damage, equivalent to plus 1 armor per level, which I didn't enjoy as a skill clearly in my past. You activate this somehow. I think you just have to walk on it. Yeah, you do. You have to get the right angle though. Angle is important. Ah, the Tombs of Dead Kings. Where are we, actually? I presume we're in Isengard? That was cool, wasn't it? Right, where is he? Easy now. One weird thing is when you go and play the sequel, some of the characters are the same. Can't play as Frodo, you only play as Sam. I think you can play as Sam in this one. You have to unlock him. Yeah, that's a shop, I knew. You can buy skill points, you can buy attribute points. Apparently I never brought many, and I'll tell you for why. Because I played this whole game and never realised until like 20 hours in that those were shops. I just thought they were little statues. Never paid them any heed. They're not the only shop, mind. You'll notice I have been picking up money. You can spend that on those and sell your gear for money as well. And you've only got 8 slots, so you know, you got to plan it. That's a bird. No, it's a rat. I'm clearly quite over leveled at this point. I've got the strategy. I say the enemy's level to you. I don't know strictly speaking how true that is. I know Gandalf's campaign is by far and away the hardest because he has to fight He has to fight the Balrog really early on as a boss, and none of the other guys have to really fight any bosses at all, if you think about it. Or at least not until, like... Well, there's the cave troll, but he's not very good. I'm thinking he's not very good. I don't know if that's true or not. Oh, shit. Right, well, that's going to get a ring wraith on me now. You know what? I might as well try and get a ring wraith, shouldn't I? I'll put the ring on. Yep, there's the ring wraiths. You can see it. I can't take the ring off. It didn't work. Oh. I don't know why it's Saruman is the voice of the ring wraiths either. Ah, I see. Yeah, I'm trying to lay a trap, but I can't because I've already got a trap out. These are very hard to kill. You need... I think if you do magic damage, it's easier, but... I'm hobbling him right now. Easy now. Easy. This rolling attack stuns enemies. That's why they keep freezing. Most enemies will appear dazed, but these don't have an animation for it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right, let's die. Let's see what happens when you die. I can't remember. I think you just restart. Alright, let's check out a different character. Frodo ain't the best, is he? No one really likes him. I love Elijah Wood, actually. I just don't like Frodo. I can't activate the multiplayer. And I think just clicking on it with nothing plugged in just makes it freeze for a few seconds and say no. But it doesn't actually do anything. Alright, let's have a look at Aragorn, shall we? He has 2 swords. And voice acting. Now, the thing I remember about him is the 2 swords is a choice. You can wield a 2-hander, a shield, or 2 swords. I've gone for 2 swords, clearly, but I fought it. I've got a hand and a half sword in there. I've planned. He's also got the Horn of Boromir. Don't question the sheer number of horns of Boromir we have. There's a lot of them. Yeah, it's some good gear he's got. Yeah, nice stats, pretty even across the board. How many orcs did I kill? I killed 4,932 orcs. Just think about that. You've seen me playing this. It's not like Dynasty Warriors hordes we're talking. That's how many I've killed. Dual wield, Numenorian blood, parry, frosty, shield offensive. Yeah. Sword throw, sweep. Cool Legolas. Confusing. Rage of the North. Yeah. Okay. Herbal remedy. Yeah. I've remembered. Yeah. A chest. And stuff pours forth. Yeah, you're down. The benefit of the 2 swords approach is quite how much it destroys enemies. You can see this, yes? You know it to be true. My inventory's full. I don't want to upset my past self. I'll assume he knew what he was doing. Yeah, you're boned. You're all boned. They actually do fairly good numbers of enemies in this game, I feel. The main thing is I'm playing on an easier difficulty, aren't I? Yeah. Plus my muscle memory for this is quite good. I kind of remember how to do good, if you will. A little special attack there, like that. Sweep one way, sweep the other. It's good. This is the best one. He shouts and everyone sort of kind of panics. I don't recall the Uruk-hai using quite so many tridents as these ones do, but it's probably a sprite taken from elsewhere, isn't it? It's really responsive for combat, which I know sounds dumb, but it's really nice. Little things as well, like when they block, you just hear the noise, you instantly know. I will say, I've no idea where I'm going. Oh look, there's a shop. Yeah, see, Oh, I've just had a flashback. Yeah. Yeah. Let me sell that. Yeah. See, that's your whetstone. Ignore that. This adventurer's bargain. Trade items for another item. Oh, you buy a random item. No, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of. I'm sure you could apply runes to items. I think that comes in the second game. You can upgrade your own items. Yeah, there's slots and gems and stuff. Well, there's slots. And I believe it's just runes. Aragon's such a boss, isn't he? He's the man you want to lead you. Hail, friend. I am a guardian of these lands. A great orc brute has waylaid some travellers and stolen their wares, including a strange map. If you can find and dispatch him, his treasure will be yours. Yeah. I mean, to say there's quests is not quite truthful. There's some stuff you can do. Actually, is this could be the end of Fellowship area. I know it says when I load each game up where they are, but I don't really pay attention. And the sort of enemies you're facing, that's not really an indication. There's a slow progression throughout. But I do remember when you get into Moria, there's a staggering amount of horrific spiders. Huge. Yeah. Oh yeah, look, see him shine? I'm charging an attack up. That's going to murder the next thing I see. No, I didn't say person. I don't consider orcs to be people. Because they're not. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't see that coming, did you? I don't know what this ability does. I assume it makes him stronger. I can call Legolas in! Oh, we're definitely doing that. Oh, there he is. And there he goes. Yeah, I mean, you didn't think he would follow you. He just exists now. That's just him. Now, he'll hang around. I think he basically just walks around killing enemies. I think he left. Now he's back again. He'll stick around for a while. That's such a funny ability. Yeah, anyway, well, that's enough of that nonsense. Yeah, here we are. Right. So we've seen Frodo, Aragon. I didn't go to her, did I? I'm pretty sure I didn't. So that was Moria. Mine, as in the Mines of, yeah. That was the East Mountains, Dimrell Dale, which I believe is where they go once they leave. Where they are at the start of the Two Towers book, I think. That's in Moria again, so we'll go with the Gap of Rohan. Moria is a huge part of this game, and she doesn't go there at all. What I find really funny is when I played this the first time, I liked Lord of the Rings, don't get me wrong. I'd seen it a few times. No idea who Eowyn was. And I think that's fair. I think you can quite easily watch all of Lord of the Rings and still not fully know who she is, particularly Two Towers, because she's not a big character by any means. She's quite petite, if anything. Only a fine whetstone, Christ. What's she got going on for her? I put nothing into her active skills, but she can summon Eomer. And also double. No, that's nothing. I put most stuff into Iron Will, which is health regen. Health regen's a big thing for me, apparently. Eyes of Rohan means better loot. Oh yeah, that's a big factor. Her and Frodo are the two characters that have skills that give you better loot, which is hugely important, particularly in co-op play. Just die. Wow, I'm getting my ass handed to me here. I might die. Nah, it's fine. Charging attack up. It's fine, there we go. Some fruit always makes you feel better. Another big factor is I think she skips Moria, which has all the easier enemies, so she has to start the game fighting the difficult enemies. You can't get down there, can I? Yeah, it's in Two Towers, the non-extended version, which I think is the only version that was available when this game came out. They didn't come around till at least the DVDs. I'm pretty sure they weren't available on VHS. Was Lord of the Rings on VHS? Can't remember, can it? Right. It wouldn't have been the first run DVD, would it? So this is where the difficulty of the game is, isn't it? Clearly it's playing as her. She's got the hard campaign. Which would make sense, because you're never going to pick her first as a character, are you? What was I thinking, putting all of my points into health regen and slightly better loot? Couldn't I put anything into attack? Clearly not. Yeah, you're down. So in vanilla Two Towers, what does she actually do? I think these guys will kill you if you're not careful. They've got a lot of damage to them. She looks after those two children a bit. And she hits on Aragon a bit. I know specifically in the extended version she makes him some soup and it's god awful and he throws it away but pretends he's eating it to make her feel better. Which is a classy move from a classy man. And then, yeah, she fights at the end. Or she consoles the people in the caves. I can't remember which. I know this game for her ends in the caves. She doesn't actually get to fight at the actual climactic battle that is Helm's Deep. We've actually moved on somewhere. Amazing. Where are we? Where did we start? Gap of Rohan. Because of the walls. So we're probably walking towards Helm's Deep, aren't we? In fact, we're at Helm's Deep. This is clearly the way into Helm's Deep, isn't it? Yep. It's less spectacular. The past few days have been difficult, my niece, but we are stronger for it. Yeah, because all the weak ones died. Yeah. And now we're on the defense of the... There's not much story. It's not a story-heavy game. This is the defense of Helm's Deep. And they basically go, nah, love, you don't get to do it. You go to the camp. Go and protect the camps. They need your help. We'll do the wall. You do the camp. You do you. We'll do this. We'll do the important stuff. You know she has no form. Every attack is just an over the head slash. I want to try and keep these archers alive as much as possible. Because, you know, they deserve to live as well. They're people too. Oh Christ, I stopped to scratch my face. These are men of the West. Or men of the East. Wild men. They're unpleasant men. Basically, I feel they needed to add a few different enemy types, really, and they went back in time and said to Tolkien, yeah, we know Sauron mostly uses orcs and or Uruk-hai, which may or may not be the same thing depending on how you read it. Can you add some other enemies as well? It's like, okay, I'll make up Easterlings, Haradrim, these beardy types. That was a experience potion there. Gave me a load of experience. This one's health. It's fairly self-explanatory that one was health, actually. Oh yeah, there's a lake back here, you know, and a river. You knew that, don't you? That's canon at this point. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's enough of that. Let's look at the old gear. Elven heavy cloak, nice. Tempered white broadsword of Rohan. Yeah. +5 to Uruk-hai. That's good. That's very good. Yeah, that's some nice gear there. I like that. Why have I kept this though? Yeah, so that was Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, the Game Boy Advance version. Genuinely excellent. Like playing that just then, everything held up. I was playing it, I was like, I just I could quite happily start a new game right now and just sit and play that for the next few hours. It's fantastic. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, remember, any questions for the Q&A, go ahead and leave them below. Any thoughts, anything you want brought up, anyone wants to mention, anything like that, just go ahead, leave a comment. You'll probably get in. I'll see you next time. The Q&A being the annual Happy Birthday Pixel Spank Q&A that happens every year in February, obviously.